Hey, Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna here. And, you know, it's such a beautiful day outside here in Broomfield, Colorado. I thought it was a wonderful day for another edition of Publishing War Stories. The good, the bad, the mean people, the evil people, the bosses who suck the big one. Yes, this is where it comes down on you. This one takes place in the not too distant past. Now, I have been working for a company, and of course I have to give this rejoinder. I'm not giving any names, and I'm not giving any company names. If someone happens to figure out who I'm talking about, hey, that's not my problem. All I'm doing is laying out truthful events that have happened to me in my publishing career so that you, the audience, can make an informed decision as to whether the company is worth working for, whether the people at the company are actually caring, decent people, or whether you even want to be in this industry at all. So, that being said, I was working at this one particular company, and the company happened to buy another company. And in the process of integrating the two companies together, I was tasked with taking the production manufacturing parts of the two companies and merging them into one viable unit. Now, that process was made a little bit difficult because originally I was going to be cut out completely. I was going to be given relegated to a position where I was going to have to take a 25% pay cut and just pretty much being ushered to the doorway. What ended up happening was the person who was at the company that was purchased, who was supposed to be integrating everything together, decided to leave the company. Now, halfway through this integration process, which I have not been a part of, I'm pulled into it to make it work. So I haven't been in the meetings, I haven't gotten up to speed on what's happening with corporate and my staff, but now it's my baby. And the first question that I asked was, well, okay, so am I getting the 25% reduction in salary? And no, you get to keep what you're making now. That's fine. And then I said, well, can we have a discussion about this, because I'm taking on 5 times the responsibility that I had before, and now I'm at the level that I'm at, which was the level that was the pay grade for where I was. No, you just have to take it and make it work on the level that you're at. You're just not going to lose any money. Okay, all right, I can deal with that. So the thing that ran through my mind was, hey, I'm not losing my job, so I'll just go with it and make this work, because then maybe it makes me look better later on to corporate and also to possible other outside entities. Now, that part of the question isn't really where this is going. The vice president of human resources and myself had to go on a trip to another geographic area outside of Colorado. And that's where these offices were for this other company that I had to start the integration process. And I had just actually gotten engaged, and I was very happy about my upcoming wedding with my fiance. And so when I got to the location where I was meeting this person, we met, and of course, there's small talk. You have to get a car, you have to drive to the location, you have to get to the hotel, you have to check in. So we're just chatting, we were both Yankee fans. We're chatting about various things, this and that. And during the course of the conversation, I happened to mention, hey, I got engaged. Normally when you say that, somebody will say, oh, congratulations, when are the nuptials? When is the wedding? But in this particular case with this particular person, he came back at me with a question. And the question was, oh, so you found a little sugar mama? And I looked at him and I said, what? What did you say? He said, oh yeah, you found a little sugar mama who can take care of you. You know, a little sugar mama. And I'm like, what? What? What are you talking about? Now, this guy was the VP of Human Resources. This guy is asking a person who works in his company who's just told him that he's getting engaged that, oh, so you found a nice little sugar mama, huh? Yeah. This is one of those people who sucks. He's a mean guy. You know what? Seriously, I have more stories about this particular person too. He's awful. And it's not just me. A lot of other people have had run-ins with this particular person. Like I said, I'm not naming names. I'm not naming companies. I'm not naming geographic regions. You want to figure out who it is? Go figure it out. But this guy sucks. And he sucks bad. And he really should not be working with people because he's awful. And the fact that he had the cojones to ask me about that question about my fiance, I had everything to do to keep from belting this guy in the head when he said that. And you know what? If we weren't working together and he said that to me, he would have lost some of his teeth. Because that, when you're in a position where you're holding someone for ransom because you have their job in their teeth, in the vice, and it's like anything you do or say can be used against you and you have to just take it, that's awful. And that's what happens in a lot of instances in publishing. And I'm not the only one who's gone through this. And I was just having a conversation with somebody about this the other day. And the question arises, how many of you people have had instances like this in the publishing industry? How many of you people have run into evil, mean, nasty people? I want to know. Leave a comment. Let's hear it. Because you know what? Those people really should be gone. They really should be gone. Because publishing is not the industry that should be where people are abused and thought of as chattel. Okay? This is an industry of academic excellence, intelligent people, people who want to do the best job that they can. Every day when I went into work, I always wanted to do the best job that I could, even go well beyond that, and make sure that all the people who worked in my department were able to advance themselves as well. I'm all about making sure that people get whatever they want out of life. And if work has to be something where it's like torture, that's not where it's at. So Don Schmidt, the book Kahuna, coming at you with a war story. My advice, somebody tells you that they're gonna get married, don't ask them if they got like a little sugar daddy or a sugar mama. That's not really cool to say that, okay? Till the next one, and there's many, many more coming. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good one.